Welcome to Prunership Diaries. Today we have with us Shantriga Raweenthran. She's a self taught artist who loves art and all its forms. She's specialized in painting murals, portraits, and mandalas, that is, sacred geometries. Her mission is to bring art and aesthetics to people's life by transforming their space. She believes that no human should live in a space where there's no possibility to turn inward. Art, design, color, and shape as the ability to open different dimensions of life where people can naturally find expression to their inner nature. It is also a very peaceful and meditative process for her on a personal level as she believes in healing influences of colors. She hopes to inspire and connect people with their playful inner child while adding colors to their lives. I am so excited to talk to Shantriga and the amazing art she puts out to the world. Welcome to my show, Shantriga, and I'm just hoping to have a delightful and artful conversation. Welcome to my show.
Hi, Shweta. Nice knowing you as a person. And yes, let's dive into this.
Wonderful. All right. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, in our previous
Mm-hmm.
conversations, you had mentioned that you were working in a full time job. Could you tell us about
Mm-hmm.
that? And also, what made you to take the decision to quit a full time job and then start pursuing art?
Yes. So basically, art is a new dimension for me altogether
Mm-hmm.
because me as a student, I studied 3D animation and visual effects, and yeah, it's a general thought, after studying, then okay, let's what to do and finding for a job. Then
Yes.
ended up working in a hospitality firm
All right.
which is under digital marketing and design for
Yes.
5 years almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was basically head of department for the marketing of communication and marketing communication department, handling guest experience team and promotional collaterals and designing and all this stuff.
Right.
But ever since my childhood, I always wanted to do something related to body and mind because I naturally admire this segment of work.
Yes.
Basically, any form of art, music, dance, and cultural forms.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow it was not fulfilling me, the need of what I was looking forward to, what I want to do.
Right.
So after the 5 years of experience in hospitality line, I thought of 3 years back. I thought, okay, let's quit. It was a difficult decision at that time. So I thought,
Right.
okay, let's take a break and let's focus on what really matters to me.
Yes.
So I basically that time I was also in my new apartment, which four walls all empty. So I thought, okay, let's do something creative, and then I started painting. Uh, a general canvas painting. I know nothing about art. So I thought, okay, rather than buying somebody else's work and hang on it, okay, let's paint something on my own. And then it received impressive feedback from people around me. And I don't know, somehow since then, the color and shape amuses me in a very big way.
Wow.
And it largely influenced my personal experience of life. It's very nice. This is how the whole idea of art is actually started.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. So you are based out of Singapore. So I mean, how is this journey like to pursue art in Singapore? And also,
Mhm.
what was your journey? Because you you quit a secure job, of course, a full time job, a secure job, but then pursuing art.
Yes. Yeah,
Because
I'm from
yes,
yeah.
yes. So my question was so yeah, leaving a secure job and then pursuing art. And so how was this journey? Was it something like you knew where you wanted to go, or was it just about exploring this dimension of art? And did you have any idea that, okay, let me get on to do this particular aspect of art, and then probably we can make it
Hmm.
lucrative? So how was this journey for you?
Yes. Yeah, it was basically because I'm a person, I didn't learn art in a formal academy. I'm
Right.
a self-taught artist, as
Right.
you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
So when I opened up myself, I basically, after I quit my job,
Mm-hmm.
I took a year break from everything.
Right.
So I was just sitting in the home wondering what to do. I started different things like, okay, let's learn cooking or try cook some new dishes or singing, a little bit of dancing and then
Wow.
art. Like this, I basically kept myself free for the whole week, trying many different things to see
Yes.
where I'm feeling the clink, where I find some drive to take me somewhere because I really always wanted to do something which is create some significance to people around me.
Right.
So there where it started, and once I started painting it, and I received positive feedback from people around me. Then I thought, okay, let's shall I do something, some academical thing? Then I thought, because every people have some gift, some nature's gift, they don't have
Mm-hmm.
to go into a formal educational structure that way. I thought this is not for me. So I thought, okay, if I want to learn art, I will rather, travel around the world, learning different culture and seeing different art, and to learn it by practices.
Right.
Yeah. So my art learning was largely from the experience that I made while I started painting different form of art.
Wow.
So through exercise, I learned different techniques. Studying different mediums like oil painting and acrylic painting and watercolors. So what are they and how to use this?
Right.
And it's largely through the experience that I made. Yeah, and
Yes.
to express the main subject of the painting, if it's the form of the abstract or which way.
Right.
So it's like every time I start with a blank canvas, it's a whole new possibility for me because I can do anything
Right.
because it's all blank canvas. Okay, now it's a new possibility, so it will give me a little excitement to do. Okay, let's. Okay, yeah, and every time I start a new project, I wouldn't think about the final outcome.
Yes.
I'll just devote myself to the process. I will just day by day just developing it, and many times I'm amazed by the outcome it can produce. I couldn't believe actually I could paint something like this.
Right.
Yeah, it took it's like it took me a month. A simple portrait may take a month or more. I will
Yeah.
slowly just do, and through this I learned a lot of techniques. Yeah, just to be totally devoted to the process without worrying about the outcome. And once it's fully completed, I'll be like, oh wow, it's nice. So this is how I really learn art.
Wow, wow. But so when you say that, it was more of an experiential learning, like you learned from the experiences and
Hmm.
you were exploring a lot of art forms out there.
Hmm.
So was there like any inspiration, like, were you following any particular genre of art? Or,
Hmm.
or was it something like you were working in, I don't know, was it like something like you were working in various places? In and around where you stay,
Hmm.
or like how is it like?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's largely now mobile because I don't wanna keep myself. And I thought, okay, initially I thought, okay, let's do some canvas paintings. It started that way. It
Yes.
then grow into a mural paintings, like paintings on the wall. So this
Right.
basically opened up a new door for me where it's like I was started getting different painting projects. So basically
Right.
I'll be often, on the move, traveling to different sites and
Wow.
to different countries. And yeah, like this,
Super.
it started. And I will sometimes be in the home and sometimes I'll be traveling somewhere else. And most probably, like most of the time, it's like if I thought that okay, let's take a break, then I will thought, okay, let's paint some mandala stones. Okay, I will drive, go to the beach. Then I thought, okay,
Oh,
let's build
wow.
a camp, just stay here and paint overnight. So it's yeah,
Oh
it has
my.
been like this for me. It's basically the inspiration that I'm getting from the nature.
Right.
And yeah, it's somehow aligning me to what I'm doing.
I mean, it's very wonderful that you're going places, and I think the journey
Hmm.
seems very exciting because you're trying to find inspiration of course, in various places, but also nature. And I think that is just so lovely, because I think connecting with nature is what we all need to do. And considering you are finding and taking it as an inspiration and putting out those lovely art pieces of art for everyone to see, and I think that's just so, so
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah, mm-hmm,
Yeah. So I know you have started this initiative, or I'm not sure if I should call your business, which is called as ArtOwl
yeah,
Creations.
we can
So
call
could
it
you
art
tell us
journey.
more
Mm-hmm,
about it? And
yeah,
first and foremost, I want to know
mm-hmm,
what's with the name Art Owl.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to know what's with the name Art Owl Creations. Why that name?
So basically, the whole idea of this art owl, it's a little popping in to me because an owl is a spirit animal which belong to those find wisdom in silence.
Yeah.
Yes. So because this particular animal is known for its sharpness in the eyes to look beyond the veils of theirs, because owl's
Oh.
sensory per, mm, the eyes, the sensory perceiving way of looking at things is too strong that in the morning it will be too glaring for it so that it can only see in the dark. Because of the sharpness of eyes, it has to look beyond the veils. So I thought, okay, me as an artist and someone who's seeing the world
Ah.
through the naked eyes, paying attention to everything that is life around me,
Right.
which is the keenness of the detail, is everything for me to look, perceive, and paint. So I thought, okay, an oval is suitable for this. So I thought, okay, art
Ah.
oval creations. This is how it happened.
Yeah. So I want to know, what are the various categories or
Hmm.
services that you offer, and how
Hmm.
do you go about it? Is it something like, say I'm a customer and I want to get something
Hmm.
painted for my business or my
Hmm.
home, or I have a project, then I just want to have some paintings around. So
Hmm.
is it something like I get
Hmm.
in touch with you and you have this project and
Hmm.
we discuss
Hmm.
about it, and then we go ahead with it? So how do you go about
Hmm.
all of these services that you offer? That's one
Hmm.
part of the question, and the second part is, why
Hmm.
the interest in mandalas?
Yeah, that's a cool
Right.
question, though.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So basically, different projects work differently. So
Right.
what I'm good at currently, what I'm offering is paintings, which
Mhm.
is canvas paintings, two different mediums, which is oil painting and acrylic painting,
Right.
and mural paintings. So mural paintings will be a painting which can be done on the wall. So this is largely depend on the location where it is and how it basically customized to painting depending on the customer's need. So for this,
Right.
how the process works is usually I will go for a house inspection or a
Mm-hmm.
office inspection. I'll just go have a look at the wall and then to have some face-to-face discussion about what they're planning to do. Then I'll come
Right.
back. I will um, due to my expertise in designing, I will come up with some superimposition of the design, 3D designs. So I
Right.
will present this,
Right.
and if they like how it looks like, or some with some alterations if they like, then they will close, and then the quotation will be out, and the actual project will start. Yeah, and the outcome will happen. This is basically the process of painting a mural in home or office,
Right. Right.
and mandalas. This is the third thing that I'm currently doing. So why
Mm-hmm.
mandala is basically it's mandala is basically Eastern tradition. It's also referred to as sacred geometries. Yeah. So anything which
Right.
is a center, a circle with a center, is referred to as the basic
Mm-hmm.
structure of the creation. And this particular form circle help individuals to focus inward. So naturally, mandalas aid
Mm-hmm.
in meditation. It's a form of art therapy for many people, which currently using this as the art therapy, like a mandala meditation.
Right.
Few minutes of looking and interacting towards this circles. They largely
Yes.
people can it can help reduce stress and it promote healing, and it enrich focus to people like this. There are many healing benefits behind this. So this
Right.
was one reason why I was currently focusing in this, to how to use this ancient science to current generation of people. Yeah, different shapes of tried different colors, the
Yes.
science behind colors. This is what currently I'm studying. Yeah, this is the current thing which is happening. But I also have few plans, which is upcoming
Mm-hmm.
plans for this business, which will be
All right.
art advisory or interior designing consultancy. This is something that I'm looking
Yes.
forward to do. And basically, art
Oh,
as a therapy, totally for healing, customized according to the kind of issues that individual people are having. Like different
right.
people is lacking different things. Like somebody will be longing for love, somebody will be stressful work. Like according to individual needs, how to customize a particular art, a five elemental art, like something in this direction that I'm currently looking at, which not
Right.
yet finalized, but this is the prospect that I'm looking at. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, of course, I think healing people through your heart, I mean, amazing. It's as good as it gets. So yes, that's wonderful. All right. So I
Hmm.
want to ask you.
Yes.
uh,
Mhm.
yeah. So could you take us through one
Yeah.
of your favorite works or pieces of art that you have done so far, and where you enjoyed yourself thoroughly? And could you tell us as to what was the art about, and where was this? Which place was it in? Yeah, over to you.
Don't have particularly one, specifically one, because I basically
No.
enjoyed each and every form of art that I've created, and because each one of them is unique, very unique in their own way. But if you specifically ask, very special to me, I would say it's a painting that it's actually in fact, the first painting that I painted
Uh
after
huh.
I quit my job. It's a
Oh,
painting of this Adiyogi statue, which is in Isha Yoga Center, Coimbatore.
right.
Yeah, it's basically a acrylic medium painting, which
Mm-hmm.
I made. It took
Okay.
me a month to spend time in doing the shading and blending of the painting. It has many micro details in it. It's very special and intimate to me, to the point it turned out really beautiful. Then I thought, no, I'm not gonna sell this. I kept it to myself. Then
Oh
I'm
wow.
taking a digital print to sell. Yeah, so this is one I would say that the most favorite work that I've made so far.
All right. Brilliant. That's wonderful. So I want to ask you, how has been your journey as a solopreneur? And I want to know, what changes have you been through personally? I mean, considering you quit a 9 to 5 job, and then you have been pursuing your own passion as a solopreneur. So how has this journey
Hmm.
been? Could you tell us more about it?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So yeah, 9 to 6 jobs, and
Yes.
weekdays, weekends. So basically, to me, it's I don't know. Out of my 5 years working experience in this corporate segment,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It somehow a little made me little stressed all the time, because
Yeah.
simply because I was doing something just for the sake of earning, and
Right.
survival. And
Right.
even though it was very much into designing and marketing and all this stuff, but I don't really admire what I was doing, because I don't find any significance in doing it.
Right.
So that is the reason why I stepped out to see, okay, let's to for finding for a loophole, to find a way to come out
Yeah.
from this. I really wanted to do something on my own, to just to break this cycle.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, and when I quit, when initially this 9 to 6 cycle is gone, I heard that many people tend to become lethargy, because there is no, there is now no thumb in and out. There is
Yes.
just simply no, head of department to constantly. knock on us and there is no report to submit, then
Right.
I tend to realize that actually it takes a lot of determination and dedication to keep up to with the consistency of
Right.
because when we start a new business at our own, the only battle that we'll be fighting is just within ourselves, just us. To have the courage to
Yes.
try something new, to risk letting go the current job, because basically we will have this insecurity barriers in the mind. What if I'm not successful, and the fear of losing the job, and
Yes.
we will end up not trying anything new. So I thought, okay, let's just keep everything aside, and to keep up, see some motivational things, to constantly try every day. So I came up with a own schedule for myself. So what time to wake up, roughly what to do. So this is my working period, and it to me personally, it's a whole sense of freedom to to come out from that cycle and finally do what I want to
True.
do. Which is truly matters to me. And when I took this
Yes.
break, I finally could see many opportunities around, many things which possibly I could do, I could become. So it's like this new trend of this TGIF, thank God it's Friday, it's weekend. Somehow all that disappeared.
I know, I
And
know.
yes, and now it's like I practically I don't have a standard working time like Monday to Friday. I practically work every day, and I really
Right.
love what I do. So now it's like there is no weekend, there is no weekday. I just enjoy what I'm doing every day. There is no particular time frame. I'm just on and on, morning, night. This is exactly like how Sadhguru talks about. It's like no such thing as work and life balance. If our work
Yes.
is not our life, we shouldn't do it. So
True.
it's really true in my experience. Yeah, this is really enriching.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I totally resonate with you when you said that, it's that
Yes.
freedom that you get. I mean, of course, there's no
Mm-hmm.
9 to 5, and of course, you have your own time to do whatever that you want.
Yeah.
But then again,
Yes.
yes, I mean, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
of course there's no work life balance because
Mm-hmm.
everything is the same. You're just trying to do
Yes.
whatever things that you could
Mm-hmm.
at a certain point in time, and they're just moving on to the next one.
Yes.
And I think once you're
Mm-hmm.
obviously doing it, there's of course no weekday or weekend, and so
Mm-hmm.
totally resonate with you when you said this. um
Yeah, just a little bit of self-discipline and keep up with the time, and we are there too. It's nice this way.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Mhm.
totally. Also, I want
Yeah.
to know, could you tell us about the challenges, that you faced,
Mm-hmm.
like, having to, like start off on a new journey altogether with,
Mm-hmm.
of course, you said you are a self-taught
Mm-hmm.
artist. So, of course, it must have
Yeah.
been like a very difficult, because you
Mm-hmm.
don't know, okay, whether I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing, or this is working
Mm-hmm.
out. So I want to know, were there
Mm-hmm.
any challenges that you faced as a solopreneur, and are there any
Mm-hmm.
currently which you're facing as well at the moment?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So as for the challenges, basically initially it was a whole new dimension for me because I never dwelled myself into this path of
Yes.
art career. Neither I know any artist around me who's staying, because there are no very not much people is actually taking this the route.
Right.
Now I'm seeing doctors, many other technology is booming up, but
Yes.
yeah, to me it's I don't know if it works. So even um, it's a whole new journey. Yeah, this was initially kept me thinking that will this really work.
Right.
But when I started, I didn't invest much time thinking of what if I fail, and I thought, okay, let's put all out,
Yeah.
and whatever works works. So I gave myself totally in this, even beyond the risk of losing the job that I had. I was like, okay, let's try this. If it really works,
Yes.
it works. Let's give myself like 6 months time. If it's really not
Right.
working, then there might be always a chance to improve and improvise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was studying a lot in this term. This was it. And secondly, the finance. the financial management. So at that time, I had a little bit of
Yes.
saving and a little bit of family support here and there, because as a startup, there was no revenue producing. And
Right.
yeah, I also as an art, right? We don't know how to price the art, because if we go
Exactly.
by product, some clothings
Yeah.
or fashion products, so people can roughly say, okay, this will cost this much, but the art, it's generally
Right.
based on who's painting it and the experience that it create for the other person. So this was little challenges that I had earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
as the painting start sells, it somehow just got, it's like, if we cannot let our eyes off the shore, we couldn't dive into the sea, right? It was
Absolutely.
as simple as that. Yeah. So as it started, then a little bit of painting started selling. Then I started got project. Basically, I started, my first project was with Isha Center, Malaysia.
Wow.
So they had this beautiful tree painted at the entrance. So this was kind of like a volunteering. It started. This was not even a
Right.
business.
Oh.
So I started this as a volunteering, and yeah, that itself become a very good exposure for me. And yeah,
Yes.
then the international project started happened, and slowly that become a very good exposure in many mediums. I started receiving call to ask for different kinds. Yeah, these are the little challenges that I could see. Nothing big.
All right, all right. So I think it's more about just putting your work and just being totally involved in whatever that you do, and of course, then probably
Mm-hmm,
more projects would follow, and of course, the revenue would coming. Isn't that right?
mm-hmm,
I mean,
mm-hmm.
like I mean, totally
Yes.
resonate with
Mm-hmm,
your experience when you said that. Okay, first you just were totally
mm-hmm.
involved in whatever that you did and took whatever opportunities, but it's only then that you
Yeah.
went on and got more projects, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Yeah.
All right. I
Mm-hmm,
want to ask you, like, is there any piece of art that you wish you
mm-hmm,
had created? It could be something in the past, some art that you admire, or is there
mm-hmm.
something, some piece of art that you want to create sometime in the future? What is it? Anything on your
Yeah,
mind?
there's yeah, there is one particular a design that I made
Uh huh.
a year back.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's a painting of the goddess Ganga, the
Oh,
sacred river in Tamil Nadu. Yeah, yeah.
yes.
This thought occurred to me when there was um, this rally for river, and all this project was at full swing. Then I thought, okay, water element. I
Yes.
don't know. I deeply wanted to emphasize these five elements somehow in,
Right.
because I'm currently doing art healing, and basically when we talk about the body, it is the five elements. I always wanted to do something in that terrain. So
Right.
since it was related to water element, then I specifically made this design of goddess Gangesh. So this
Ah.
is I thought of doing it in a canvas, but I proposed it recently to a couple to paint it
All right.
in a particular wall.
Yes.
And it got they really loved this idea. So this is currently now in my things to do list. It's actually we are in the midst of planning this. It will be featured soon. Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's beautiful. Okay. All right. So I would want to know, what are your, I mean, of course, you've told a couple of projects, but then are there any current
Hmm.
projects and plans that you're currently working on, or you're planning to, start
Hmm.
off with some? So could you tell us more about it?
Hmm. Yes. So the current projects for now, I'm looking forward to do a mural project in a private
Hmm.
home.
Right.
This is gonna be a 2 month project, including this goddess Gangesh. This image is gonna come up in their home.
All
So
right.
this is the upcoming project. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and in a long term, I'm currently looking into rebranding the business.
All
I
right.
had few plans in my mind, so this is also part of things happening here,
Oh,
and
wow.
also launching of a, yeah, official website.
Oh, super.
Yeah, yeah, but currently now it's in the social media, but I'm looking in a larger perspective of how to bring this to the next level. So I thought,
Yes.
okay, let's do some rebranding and launch a website with this new offerings that I mentioned earlier, with the art consultancy, art healing, and some interior designing consultancy as part
Right.
of this plan in a long term. Yeah.
Okay, that seems very, I don't know, interesting and intriguing. And of course, you are getting into a whole lot of stuff. So, all the best for that.
Mhm.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. I mean, of course, and we all have been, in the pandemic the past
Mhm.
1.5 years. So especially during
Mhm.
this time, well-being is of utmost importance for all of us.
Mhm.
So I want to know, what
Yes.
is your well-being routine like? What do you indulge in
Mhm.
apart from art?
Mhm. Yeah. So, well-being. Yes. At times like this, it's really important. So my
Yes.
routine is basically largely maintained by my daily the yogic routines. It is.
Yes.
So I wake up with my morning sadhana, hatha yoga practices, and surya prayas, and some meditation in the evening. So this is largely managing myself in a body, in a physical level, and also mental level. This
Right.
is like what Krishna says, yoga saha kuru karmani. So like first establish yoga and then act. So this is
Yes.
something that I really benefited from the experience
Mm-hmm.
that I made in 2019, my 7 month experience with ashram in India. This I
Yes.
learned this practices that I'm practicing now. It's largely helping me a lot at this time of during this
Right.
pandemic time, because we are
Right.
all locked up in the home and many people are going through a lot of struggles.
Yes.
So I'm keeping myself busy in the flexibility in the body, and in the energy level. Some stability in the system is somehow very much needed for now. And
Yes.
also currently doing some meditations to keep my mind, so now the mind is no more an issue. So all this is supporting me in a big way now, especially in my career, to to
Yes.
stabilize my mind chatters in a to be in tune, because to me art is like a very meditative process where the mind calms down, and it helping me a lot. And apart
Right.
art, so I dance. Yeah,
Oh,
this is one
wow.
way I truly yeah, I'll just jump and celebrate life this way. It's Eastern classicals mostly. So this
Okay.
is a fun. It's a fun exercise for me, where I can, really dance and I can sweat a lot and enjoy being in tune with music a little. So this is a part art. I just simply dance. Yeah.
Wonderful. So that is, of course, art, and of course, with dancing, I think it's just being graceful.
Yes.
Yes. Wow, wow. So nice and amazing that, of course, you're indulged in, of course, taking care of your well being with yoga, meditation, and, of course, dance as well. Super. All right. So we come to the last section of the talk, which I call as the Preneur
Mhm.
Spotlight section. So I am going to ask you a few
Mhm.
questions. It could be on the personal front and the professional front, and you could answer to me in a
Okay.
word or two or a couple of sentences. So I leave it totally up to you.
Mhm.
Okay? So do we get started?
Okay. It's kind of like a rapid fire.
Yes.
Yes, sure. Yes.
All right. So the first question is,
Mhm.
what is your ikigai? So ikigai is nothing but the reason for your
Mhm.
being. So what is that
Mhm.
one thing which you would do no matter what is happening
Mhm.
around the world on any given day?
Mhm.
So what is that one thing which you would always do?
Oh, simply sitting with eyes closed.
Oh, wow.
I'm at
Super.
I'm at my best when I'm doing this.
Wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful. Kudos to you. All right. My second
Mhm.
question is, any person who has inspired you, or you could also talk about a book which has inspired you. So you can talk about a person or a book who has inspired you.
Hmm. Yeah. So I would say a person,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Sadhguru. It's the founder of
Yes.
Isha Yoga Center.
Yeah.
So this is one person, I don't know, simple but very immense. This is what I would say. It's largely, yeah, messing with my mind all the time. It's very simple, simple elaboration of life. Yeah, I would say this. One person made my life into a whole new possibility.
Wow. Wonderful. So Sadhguru it is. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So my third question is, hypothetically, if
Mhm.
you turn out to be the richest person in the
Mhm.
world tomorrow, what would you like to do, or or would you continue to do what you're already doing?
Mm, I will I will choose art because this is I will be doing what I'm really doing now because of the necessity it's needed for the world currently. Especially when everything is turning digital, I think this is time for the art and aesthetics part to come to life. This is one thing that I will invest my time and money into.
Wow, wow, that's brilliantly said. Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful. All right.
Mhm.
Okay, my next question is, what is that one piece of art that you wish to complete in this lifetime? Is there anything that on your mind that you want to do it in this particular lifetime? Any
Mm.
piece of art?
Mm, no, no, so far, no.
All right.
Yeah, I always wanted to paint this ecstatic pose of Shiva. Um, I don't know
Oh.
if I have a home of my own and a wall, I would definitely wanted to paint a very ecstatic, intoxicating a dance pose of Shiva. This is always lingering in my mind. This thought. I don't know if I could do something this way, but yeah, I would say this. Yes.
All right. Wonderful. And probably we all hope to see it one day.
Yeah. Hopefully, yes.
Yes, yeah. Okay, my last question is, what is
Mhm.
your definition of success?
Hmm. My definition of success is see, it's not with regardless of materials, the or the accumulations that we have in terms of money and what all we can gather. Beyond
Yes,
all this, I think the true success is when we even whatever we have, we even if we don't have anything, if we could just simply sit and enjoy life the way it is, this is the greatest success. And as simple as it is, because
yes,
many people are struggling to have this. Yeah, more rich people became, they always want more, and the people don't have anything, they are somehow it's a struggle. So
yes.
real success is regardless of what we have, if we could able to just simply sit and enjoy the silly stupid way of living life, because the end of there is no purpose than to just live. So if we can come live this way, everything will become beautiful, and there will be no frictions in our mind, and I would call this a real success.
Wow, wow. So perfectly said. Thank you for that. All right.
Mhm. Yeah.
What is one key takeaway that you want to give the audience? So any last few words, or it could be
Mhm.
a tip or a lesson, to the new pruners,
Mhm.
like people who want to start this entrepreneurial
Mhm.
journey or solopreneur journey, or people who have stepped
Mhm.
onto this journey but want to scale their business. So, what would you like to tell
Mhm.
them? It could be a tip or a lesson or an
Mhm.
insight from your end. So, what would it be?
Mhm. Yes. I would say for generally a business starters,
Mm-hmm.
see, for many people, they always, whoever, even in my personal experience, right? My relatives, and I will see always people will talk about, okay, I always wanted a business, okay, investment, somehow always it will be happening in the mind, but they won't just execute it out just because of the fear of losing, they
Yes.
somehow will think that okay, let's not, they would be keeping themselves very comfortable in a cocoon, thinking that okay, tomorrow it will be fine, tomorrow is the day to start. So it never
Right.
worked this way, because whatever we want to establish in the world, it has to happen now.
Correct.
And now is the time. So if everything is properly planned, they just have to just give a chance totally, without fearing what will happen. Even if it fails, they anyway can go back to the normal 9 to 6 routine, because opportunities are all the time available. But if they
Yes.
are not risking it now, they may not gonna see the light forever. So they need to have the courage to just step out and do, to see what truly matters to them. This is what I truly feel.
Yes.
In terms of this few sentences that I would like to say is also about art and aesthetics, because this is something that deeply concerned me when I started my career. It's also the world is largely turning digital, right? It's everything is turning digital, and we are now currently living in a world so blessing that uh, we never lived this way in the past 50, 100 years. And now the technology has its peak, and which is a good thing, but technology have developed, but the artistic dimension of life, it's somehow slowly fading. So it creates a deep pain within me to witness this, because to many people's experience now, mobile screens and social media are becoming a window in most people's life. It become more real than life itself. So this is
Yes.
a painful thing that I witnessed. And
Yes.
somehow I think this missing sensitivity to life around us is affecting our life in a very big way, because indeed, as we are suffering stress, anxiety, and lack of focus, and many people just couldn't stand something, even reading 10 few minutes, just be involved, lack of
Yes.
focus.
Yeah.
So I thought how rich our life experiences, how rich our life is. So though I that is the reason why even I thought of rebranding and taking this into a very big way, thought of making into like a vision of my own, to
Right.
bring this dimension to people, where by transforming their space into a possibility, one could
Right.
explore their inner dimensions of life. Because as I mentioned earlier, art, the form of design, color, and shape, has the ability to open up different dimensions of life, where people can naturally find expression to their inner nature. It can be an outburst of experience for many people.
Yes.
So I truly believe that everyone should know the exuberance of celebrating the art and aesthetics of life. This is my vision. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wonderfully said. And thank you for those insights, for the new pruners out there who want to start on this journey. And
Hmm.
of course, it's so beautiful
Hmm.
to listen to you say that, you have this vision where you could inculcate art and also
Hmm.
heal people through your art forms in whatever way possible. So that's just
Yes.
brilliant. All right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Shantriga,
Thank you, dear.
how
Hmm.
can one reach out to you? Is it
Hmm.
through your
Okay.
Facebook
So
page
now
or
mhm.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
over to you.
Yeah. So yeah, the social medias are now active into Facebook and Instagram.
Okay,
And yeah, very soon, because currently I'm in the midst of rebranding it. So
right.
once all the things is finalized, it will be all out live, and yeah, then there will be more to offer to this under this brand. Yeah, for now it's
Absolutely.
Facebook and Instagram. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for that. And I shall surely leave these links in
Hmm.
the episode description. And again, I would
Yes.
like to thank you for being a part of my show. And
Mhm.
I have had an amazing and an
Uh-huh.
insightful
I
conversation
really
with
thank
you.
you to be such a nice interviewer, and yeah. Hmm.
Thank you. I'm so honored to have you and
Mhm,
for you to talk about your work and especially putting out art in whatever forms to, of course, bring in the
mhm,
element of nature and, of course, healing people along your journey. And
mhm.
that is so, so, so beautiful. So, and all the best for
Mhm.
your rebranding. And
Yes.
I hope to see, I think,
Thank you so much.
a
Mhm.
whole lot of art, which you would, of course, put out for all of us to see on your social media platforms. So thank you again.
Mhm. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful time for me to, share some insight of how it started, and it was good experience for me sharing all this with everyone out there. Thank you.
Yes, my pleasure. And thank you. Thank you for having this talk.